this is going to be a new mini-series, like video mini-series about my styles and my looks. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about it, especially since we're all kind of in lockdown, and I thought it'd be a good time to maybe entertain some people, entertain me. So yeah, and if you like that sort of stuff, if you like kind of cute kawaii things, or if you are interested in fashion, then this might be a nice series to watch. But basically I wanted to kind of explain a little bit about what my style is. So often I get asked what my style is, where to go and get these things, like how to replicate it, how like it's so bright and colourful, why do you do that? So I was hoping to kind of answer some of these questions along the way and see how we get on. So yeah, so my main style, I kind of put it underneath the Kawaii umbrella. So if you don't know what Kawaii is, it's a lifestyle fashion community that originated in Japan. So Kawaii in the Japanese language means cute. It usually equates to really cutesy, like pink or pastel coloured. That's not like specific. You don't have to be pastel or pink to be a part of the Kawaii community. Just things that kind of make you go oh, or like happy-go-lucky type things. So my own kind of style kind of sits under that umbrella because it does change quite a lot, and you'll find that within the community some people just stay in their little slice, or they can like move about and do different things, which is super cool. But I love to experiment, so anything like that is just cool with me. Generally the Kawaii community is pretty much for everybody and anybody. It's such a diverse amount of people, everybody's very accepting and loving, and I think that's what makes it a little bit different to some of the other communities that I've been in, and other like lifestyles that I've led. I think the Kawaii community is super sweet and they really seem accepting. They really like kind of change as well. They're quite accepting of change, which is super cool. But yeah, there's lots of different like subcultures underneath the Kawaii bracket. I mainly fall into kind of 3 categories that I kind of mix together. So for me, it's like Yume Kawaii, which is like super cute, really light, like fluffy clouds. If you think like Sanrio and like cinnamon roll, that's kind of the vibe. And then also Lolita as well, which is like the most well-known, I would say, outside of like the community, which is the one where you look like a doll, and that's kind of like how I always do my makeup, and kind of I love like frills and bows and stuff. So yeah. And then the other one would be like Party K. So as you can kind of see behind me, I really love really pretty, like I'm going to a party or a picnic or something like that. So lots of glitter, lots of light, fluffy colours, like cake theme. Yeah, definitely those would be the 3 that I would say are definitely like my particular style. You can usually see them characterized by like the colors that I wear or the type of like outfits that I wear. Usually they're very like fluffy and flowy and light, so I'll have a pretty skirt on, or I'll have like the little Ota-Q, which is what I got here, and sorry if I pronounce that wrong, I am terrible at pronunciation. And then again, like kind of a little bit of decor with the whole, I love pins, I love like lots of little badges and stickers and stuff. That's more, I would say that's more Party K with the little unicorn on the cheek. There are lots of different subcultures to Kawaii, and a few of them I kind of already mentioned. So for example, like Lolita, the kind of doll-like one, but you've also got things like Yume and Yami Kawaii, which are kind of like opposite sides to each other. So Yume, I said before, was kind of like this cutesy fluffy, very light coloured. It's like the complete opposite of that in Yami Kawaii, which is kind of a bit more of like a gothic side. It's a bit kind of heavier in theme. Often it goes with the Menhera segment as well, which I will probably do a whole video on because I really love the style and the look, but I really would like struggle to pull like a whole chord together or something. So yes, you've also got like the blank K. So for example, like Party K, which is like the party atmosphere and pretty things, but you've also kind of got like fun things like Cowboy K, and you've also got like things like I've forgotten what it's called now, but like those small western pockets often add like the small like a word before K. It comes from that idea from originally it was kind of like visual K was a big thing, and that was basically unusual looking. Often it would be associated with like gothic or western trad goths, would often move into visual K because it was very exciting to look at, and it was those kind of sharp angles. So yeah, I used to be a part of like the Viz K trad goth community, so I kind of know a little bit about it. So that's kind of where we've adopted the kind of K ending. But yeah, I mean, you've also got like things like Monster Girls, you've got Gyaru, you've also got Decora, which I mentioned before. Decora is generally, you can categorize it by like you see them in like Harajuku magazines with the big wigs, and it's got crazy amount of hair clips, and I'm like, I love that, that's so cool. I'll never be able to like fully pull that off, just because as soon as I add too much stuff on my body I just fade away. So yeah, maybe one day. But basically, as a general, the kawaii community adds a lot of influence from other things and then creates these new pocket cultures that slowly expand into a part of kawaii culture, which is super cool. I mean, because of the way that my style has kind of evolved over the years, originally it was very kind of Lolita based and had tons of frills and stuff like that because I really love petticoats. That's just the thing I really enjoy. So with that kind of change, I mean, my style now isn't anything like it originally was, so don't be afraid to try things out and see which things suit you best. I would also say that like I don't know, I really want to make like a small pocket community called Barbie K. Can someone do that? Can someone help me with that? I don't know, like I have such a love for Barbie, and I have that feeling that like Barbie mixed with like kawaii influences, and especially like all of the pink looks from like late 80s Barbie's dolls would be super duper cute, and I would love to try that. Maybe one day when I get so good at sewing and good at like being a human, I will maybe pull that together. But yeah, it would be really cool. I mean, there's loads of inspiration out there, that's the other thing. So you can find inspiration for the kawaii community pretty much everywhere. So even when you're walking into like high street stores, there's always like a little section that's always kind of a little bit pinker or a little bit more pastel than everything else, especially at the moment. So I think that's a really helpful idea. Just have a quick look and put things together. Google search, have a look on Instagram, and that's about it. So I hope that you either learned a little bit about the kawaii community today, or if you're already a part of the kawaii like fashion, let us know in the comments what kind of one you are. Also, I will leave some of like the links to my favourite kawaii brands in the description so you can take a look at them. They're not affiliate links, just have a little look and get a bit of an inspiration. But otherwise, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one maybe. We'll see. Thank you so much. Bye!